All right, welcome to an Oakland Esports. It's a Thursday night stream. We got Rocket League action underway right now. Sorry for being a little bit late to the party. Stony Brook's already up 1-0 here in the first minute of game number one. And it's Coach Ori and Roz on the mic.
Hello, howdy, how we doing?
And it's do or die, really, for the Rocket League team here. In case you didn't know, Coach Roz, is that in a 8-school conference, like the Rocket League team is, you have to secure 4 total wins in order to make it to that postseason. So if the OU boys want to have a dream and a reality of making it to that postseason, they have to win out.
Ah, I see.
So it is backs against the wall in classic OU Golden Grizzly fashion sometimes to try and secure the postseason dream.
We never like to make it easy, because, yeah, I mean, it's just not fun when you're just winning all the games, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to give it a bit of a challenge. Not a fan of some of the stylistic choices we're seeing on these
cars.
car decisions today. I'm seeing a Honda Civic with a matte pearlescent finish, I believe. Not pretty sight. But maybe it's like their cars are so, like, not nice to look at that we're kind of getting distracted on the field.
They're actually on the cosmetic distraction.
Yeah, there's a bit of a mental game being played right now, and I think it's affecting our boys' performance right now, unfortunately. We're going to have to lock in for rest of game one here. We still got a chance here. We got a nice little air dribble flip reset from Pete playing as the CF12 tag. We got to get him to start playing as Pete. Every week he changes his name to something else.
It's just like how he's changing his car's cosmetic, right?
Yeah, well, you know, some things you just got to keep the same all throughout. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. And that's Pete with a goal.
That's what we call taking those in the business. I mean, it's a great wall pinch from Pete to clear it. I guess Versali just kind of misjudged how fast that ball was flying across that wall, because that was bad to look at from their POV.
You know, I just realized Pete also has that very funny Scooby-Doo profile picture.
Oh my! Wait, which one? From like the live action?
No. It's like Scooby was making like a stank face.
It's
kind of it's very funny.
The very OG like YouTube.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like very original style Scooby-Doo.
Well, I'm a fan of his Discord profile of just glazed, like a PNG, like stock image of glazed donuts.
That's funny.
Maybe some sort of self-motivation tactic to, you know, keep him on the losing weight prowl. I'm not sure. But
there's something there.
Yeah.
Something is
there. And a free midfield shot from Jafar here. What ends up happening here, Pete? I think he's just expecting to have a teammate there for the pass.
Yeah.
Ted gets beat out to it. So, bit of a lapse of judgment. I think the boys are just getting warmed up. Pete did have to kind of fly in here from work, so he didn't really get a good warm-up in.
Yeah, he's using this game number one as his warm-up spot.
Game number one is always a warm-up. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's a great dunk from Teg in the corner, though.
3-2. Honestly, it was looking a little rough here in the first few minutes of this game, but, you know, the boys bring it back 3-2.
Yeah, like we said, it's a warm-up game, all right? Just let them get some energy.
And realistically, when you look at the standings here in the American Esports Conference, the conference that the Stony Brook and OU are in for Rocket League, both these teams sitting at 1-3. So these are two teams that are kind of at the bottom end and are both looking to win out to have these dreams of the postseason. So they're both it's got to be a little bit of a motivating factor, right?
Surely. I mean, you know, both teams, they don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose games when they're playing competitively like this. So,
yeah.
You know, it's do or die, as it always is with these sort of conferences, and it's always nice to get these games in, see which team really wants it more, you know?
Mm-hmm. And, you know, when I look at the conference that existed so far, is that OU had a very front-loaded, heavy schedule in terms of some of the schools that we played early on in the season. So it's like, oh, man, like it's kind of close. Do we think we can get it? But, you know, we realize, you know, when you're playing against, like, the players that, like, some of these teams that are, like, number 1 through 4 in the conference already, you know?
Yeah,
it was kind of like going up against Goliath early.
Yeah, and you know, when you're hold on, this could be good.
Oh, that was so close.
That was such a tough, not necessarily a tough read to get to it, but it's just he was coming at it with so much speed that it was almost impossible to get a nice, decent shot on it. But he did well. What was it, over 2 here? But yeah, as you were saying, I mean, having a front-loaded schedule is never nice because you kind of get demotivated early in the season, you know? It's kind of nice to have a good balance, maybe like a tough team first week, a not-so-tough team next week, but...
Yeah, try to find that nice balance for where you get a hit of, you get hit with reality of what the top teams are like, and then you go, okay, hold on. Here's something that's more our speed.
Yeah, but you know, life is not like an LA buffet.
No.
Or, sorry, Las Vegas buffet. Oh, that's just a free shot. No, it's not. I thought...
so close.
I'm not going to lie, I might be colorblind. I thought Meta Meme Machine was on our team. I thought he was about to lay that in onto the open net. It looks like it's going to be just a Game 1 victory for...
well, you know what?
Stony
OU
Brook
is used to keeping the ball alive in these situations, and Ted going up here and just barely misses. And that's Game 1 going over to Stony Brook. You know, that warm-up game, like we were saying, just what we had to get through.
It's always a slow start. It's always... I see the profile picture you're meaning right now, not the one I was thinking of.
It is really funny.
Yeah, that's... And, you know, he always comes in with something different every week, and...
Yeah. You can tell a lot about a person by the profile picture.
He's going through that transitional period when we get to college. That's definitely for sure. You know, he's got Scooby-Doo profile picture on Steam. He's got glazed donuts on Discord. I mean, what does that indicate that a man wants?
I think it's just he's here for a good time.
And how does that translate to his legacy on the field?
Exactly.
I think we need to answer that question.
We'll find out. I feel like we might find out.
We might find the answer to that in this series, if it goes the distance, of course. Good little bump there from Teg. And I'm hoping to see some good little aggressive play here out of Oakland.
That was clean.
And as I was saying, we get goal 1 within not even 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
We're tossing one in the back of the net. Nice little play from Peep there to win the 50, get the pass out mid. Easy shot there from Chris. And Chris, from his own admission, I was talking to him a bit before the match, he's peaking like he's never seen before. He's 1900 in 2v2. Oh, what's a great shot.
Oh my
there from
gosh,
Pete. Nice
another one. Look at that. That Game 1 truly was the warm-up.
These boys need to let me speak for a bit of time before they score another one, all right? Let's get some, consistent gameplay
Yeah,
going.
you're trying to create a narrative.
They're being quite
here.
rude right now by interrupting me. Anyways,
they said screw the narrative.
Yeah, like I'm trying to, craft something here about Chris here. But as I was saying, 1900 in 2v2, highest he's ever been. SSL consistently. I saw him hitting double flip resets, double taps when, I'm watching him free play backstage. So, he's certainly having, as the weeks have gone on, as he's been at OU longer and longer, he's definitely had his performance increase substantially compared to where he was at the beginning of the season, which, almost a nice little double tap keep there. Head gets caught up a bit far. Chris left in a little 1v1, but he gets it. The ball pushed out to the corner. So I'm really looking for, as much as I look for a standout performance from Peep, I'm also looking for a standout performance from Chris here, to maybe usher himself in as the new playmaker of the team. Because I'm getting sick of Peep. I'm getting sick of him and his whip resets and his air dribbles. He can just come in, no warm up, carry the team to victory. Sometimes that's an interesting, unintentional pinch from Peep there. He's going to take it back, leave some pressure. But it looks like the OU team is definitely more warmed up than they were in Game 1.
Absolutely.
Another just case of the Game 1 warm-ups. This blue side is really struggling to gain any sort of substantial offensive pressure. Keep just air dribbling it to the corner. And I just misflips and gets out of there. Rocking the NRG decal, I've noticed. Bandwagon. And they score again.
Wow. My gosh. These guys, they're just on fire. They woke up.
They woke up, literally. They had their coffee. They said, all right, Game 1 was theirs. Let's take this back. Let's bring it back around a bit. Let's swing. Let's swing the block another time, as they say,
Yeah.
And this is the block they're swinging is Game 2 right here, 3-0. Almost 3 minutes left on the clock. They can't get complacent, though. I've been at the... And as I'm saying it, they can't get complacent. I've been at the receiving end of many comebacks from other teams when I'm up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-0. And
10, I cannot imagine losing the 10-0.
I couldn't either. That's never happened to me. But I'm sure it's happened to somebody. And, God bless those people that it's happened to. But, like I said, now it's 3-1. It's only a 2-goal deficit. With 3 minutes left, anything can happen. So OU's really got to be careful here. I think they really just got to keep being aggressive like they have been, but just make sure they're not doing anything too silly,
Mm-hmm.
not doing anything too risky. But I was mentioning Peep here, CF12, is rocking the NRG decal, and I don't really understand why we're bandwagoning NRG. It's like, okay, cool, they have Daniel, they have Beast Mode, they have Atomic. Like, what about, I don't know, Gen G? What about, I don't know, GK? Can we get a GK decal? Can we see some Gen G hype in the chat? I mean, on the League of Legends side, think about it, they got Chovy, one of the best.
Whoa, we're jumping to realities
And
here.
it's like, what does NRG have in League of Legends? Like, I can't name a single player on NRG League of Legends.
That's because NRG, I don't think exists anymore.
Exactly. It's like, why don't we support a team, and that's just going to be another goal from Versali. Complacency.
Yeah.
Folks, I said it, complacency. 2 minutes left. At the rate they're going, Stony Brook is going to tie this up. So, Oakland, we really got to lock in here. Got to get another goal for safety. Can't be playing too passive on defense like we've been. And what was I even saying? What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about League of Legends. So
We were talking about League, the wrong game.
Chovy, certifiably the best CS farmer in the game. It's like, why wouldn't you want to wear a decal that represents Chovy's team in Rocket League, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just me personally.
I mean, by that, you should just be trying to find a T1. Get the T1.
Well, there were rumors, believe it or not, there were rumors that T1 wanted to sign a Rocket League team. And then I think they looked at the numbers and they said, yeah, I would not like to go negative for profits in the next quarter. So they decided against signing a Rocket League team. That's a great save from Jafar. A little pass out mid-tag.
Oh, just narrowly missed that. That would have gone in 100% if he got that bump.
Well, who knows? There was like three blue players in front of him. I don't know if he could have swung that ball around him.
I believe in him.
That's a bit of a big miss from Meta there. Luckily, his teammates there to recover. And we got 1 minute left on the clock.
Yep.
Blue side hasn't been able to put up some decent offense since their last goal. Decent 50 out there. They're just trying to keep some pressure in on Oakland's side here.
I really just keep doing a good job of maintaining, like, just the pressure on the OU side of the field, right?
Consistently, yeah. There are just always a lurking presence there. Tag's going to let that one go.
Oh.
Why did he let that one go? Did he think someone was behind him?
I'm trying to see. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that replay.
Can we check the disc? Maybe he like DC'd. Can we get some something wasn't right with that. There might be some collusion. I don't want to say it on the cast, but there might be some colluding, maybe some match fixing. That was uncharacteristic of him. I don't know. Maybe it's the jitters. But nevertheless, Stony Brook capitalizes 3-3 with 24 seconds on the clock.
Starting to get down to that wire. We don't want to, these OU guys do not want to see an overtime here. They would much rather take the win at 4-3 and just go right into game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, I would also not like to see an overtime for time's sake, of course. I mean, come on, we got homework, we got things to do. Let's just make this like a clean 3-1. We can't make it a sweep. 1 second left. Let's see if we can keep this up. This is kind of dangerous for blue side. Peep just trying to keep the ball in the air.
Yep.
It's just getting pinched wall to wall. Chris misflips. That's probably going to drop. Yeah.
Yep. And there's the overtime. Now, OU, we're pretty okay at these overtime goals at the last clutch. But nothing going to happen there, and we're just seeing some honest Rocket League here happen right at the opening. No kickoff goals.
Yeah, nice little honest Rocket League. I will say kickoff strategies I don't see quite too often outside of professional play. That's a big dunk from Jafar. It's going to relinquish
really clear down there.
Our offensive pressure. Not a great clear from Chris, but he recovers. Thank goodness for that. That could have been dangerous.
Yep, big clear down the field, but Stony Brook sends it right back to this Oakland side. Both teams just trying to find that small opening.
Luckily, Ted gets on the end of that. We're playing very scared right now. That's a big 50 into our net, or into their net.
Boom, and there it is, game number 2. Oakland in overtime, 4-3.
It was a big dunk from Peep, and then Meta Machine just gets a not-so-great touch, passes it right out to Chris. Like a prowling shark, just slots in that open net like he's a classic, like he's a regular Diamond 2. Slots it in. Finishes that game, top of the scoreboard, 683 points. Goodness gracious, he's carrying. And thankfully, Oakland does not blow that 3-0 victory. I mean, they did kind of, but a win's a win at the end of the day. They're able to get it back. So hopefully, if we get up early again in this next game, we can actually keep the lead. I think our defense leaves a lot to be desired. But the Stony Brook side, I mean, they're putting up a fight, but I think we can edge them out. I mean, I've seen a lot better offensive decisions from us, a lot better offensive pressure from the Oakland side. I think we just need to lock it in and start cleaning up these mistakes a bit. Yeah, demo attempt. A nice little backboard touch there from Jafar to clear out the pressure. Oakland kind of scrambling here to get possession back. And get a nice double commit out of Stony Brook here. He's going to try and go himself. Gets it over 2 people. Meta Machine on 0. He'll pick up the corner. We see Chris going for the shot on net. Middle left corner. Deep with the recovery. Free double tap. And it's going to go right over Jafar. That was a nice little floater. Considering the fact that he had almost no boost for that, and he's kind of just floating at it, as you can see, only making little small adjustments with the 20 or so boost he had. It was a really nice angle to hit. Less than 4 minutes, and Oakland's already doing well. Let's hope they can keep this lead. Egg with a little misflip here. I think he thought there would be a blue player flying at him.
Yeah.
Opted to not go for it.
Stony Brook trying to bring it up the middle, but cleared out by the Grizzlies, and we're back on this blue side. Just where we kind of want to keep that ball all the time, right? Just the farther away from your goal, just life becomes a little bit better.
And that's what I always tell. I tell them that all the time, and that doesn't seem to get through to them.
Like, they can't score when the ball's on their side of the field.
Yeah, it's like, they always say, like, oh, I want to score goals. I want to put the ball in the back of the net. And I'm like, that's great. But how about we just try and keep it on their side for a little bit? How about that's the end goal?
Yeah.
I feel like, a bit of switch of, how you view things, a bit of switch in perspective can really help there. Oh my goodness. What a nice little touch there. If his teammate read that pass, that was easily a goal. I don't know why we're not reading that pass, guys. Come on. Let's lock in a bit. Let's get the comms up.
Let's get the comms up and active.
Let's get some
it'd be crazy if we could just, have, a button that, tunes into their comms. But, sometimes that is one of the that's a crazy catch-20. Because you might get some things that are not esports friendly.
They are swearing. They are saying not nice things on those comms. Trust me, I've said not nice things. When they had the I think when Coach Leon started posting some of our VODs from, was it CRL 20? Oh, that's just a free net. Nice little follow-up from Pete.
CRL 2020?
From CRL 2022, Coach started posting the comms videos of us during certain series, and it's just, I'm getting censored perma. Everything. I swear, you would think that there's only 2 people talking because of how much I'm getting censored.
That's really funny.
Because most of the time, it's just me trying to, hype myself up, and put some good energy out there for us to being like, yeah, we got this, we can beat them. Because I didn't know I was getting recorded. Yeah. And what's funny? What's funny about that too is that at the end of the season, I think Justin said he's like, yeah, I've been recording comms the entire time, and I'm like, why didn't you just tell me? Because I would have just not said.
I would have said a lot of the things that I said.
I would have just not said 90% of the things I said.
Ooh, good score by Versali. This has got to be I would say, the franchise player here for Stony Brook. This guy has always been the one with a lot of the goals going in for the team. Next, Jafar's also been doing a lot of stuff, but I feel like I'm just seeing Versali's name in lights all the time here.
Please, it's Versali. Let's not mix this up with the horrible treaty that happened way back when. Don't think this person meant to. That's just a free double. As you're talking about Jafar, yeah, critical back wall read. He does not hit there. Granted. That is a very nice clear from Peep to beat them on the sidewall, and you can't let him have a free double like that. I mean, that's just too dangerous. He's too deadly in the air. Trust me. 3-1, 2 minutes left. I'm not seeing how Stony Brook can make a comeback outside of Oakland making a critical mistake on defense, which is, I believe, how we got scored on most of the time up to this point. Is just mistakes that we've made personally on defense.
Mhm.
Not necessarily any concentrated offense. Nice
Egg
little
bumping.
two-man weave there, and that's just a bar down.
That was such a beautiful pass.
That's a two-man weave right there.
You
That's a
knew,
nice
you
little
saw
1-2.
it.
I saw the two-man weave. Trust me. The second he laid that off mid, I'm like, yep, that's peep on that. That's a goal. Come
The
on.
fact that it also hit crossbar, went right down into the goal. Ooh.
We do need to
Chef's
investigate.
kiss.
I will say we need to investigate that crossbar because that was definitely not bar down and in. I'm gonna tell you right now because if I'm shooting that, that is bar and it's going into my net. That is not bar down.
You know,
that's a musty as well.
I think this not to like downplay your skill.
No,
You know,
please
this is-
downplay my skill.
This
Go
is,
ahead.
this might be just because Peep is just that guy. Peep is just such a higher level player than you ever were. Maybe, probably.
Why are
Oh.
you doing this to me on the cast? What are we talking about here?
Sorry.
Did I just come on this cast to be insulted? Is that what's happening here?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. No, he's so much
You know,
of a better
it's-
player
you
than
gotta-
me. Where's his world's title? If he's so much of a better, where's his world's title?
Whoa! Where's your world's title?
Nah, I got a world's title. I don't think he's got a world's title. Let me tell you something.
I think you just got a world's banner that's being hung up. It can't be hung up in the space, sadly.
Yeah, for legal reasons, we can't hang up a world's banner for some reason. I don't know. It's like a fire hazard, probably. Some kid might get suffocated if he stands next to it. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, while we're saying that, it is just Stony Brook starting to make a little bit of a comeback here. 2-4, 57 seconds left here.
I'm saying it right now. They're not coming back. I'm saying it right now.
Coach Roz's word.
I'm standing
He's
on
locking it in.
I'm standing on my business. They're not coming back.
This could be OU going up 2-1 in the series.
They legitimately have 0% chance. They cannot win this.
That's crazy.
I'm saying it right now. All right, Ted, come on. Let's lock in a bit. We can't be missing those. Come on.
the crowd goes quiet for a
Why
moment.
is people off the ceiling? Did we see that? Like, why are we on? Okay. I guess he hits those.
Bro, it's kind of looking like Mickey Mouse Funhouse right
No,
now.
it's
here.
a Mickey Mouse game for sure. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. Half the time they're in, like, the high air. Like, if we look at high air percentage on ball chasing, Peep's going to be, like, 90%.
Is that actually a stat you can look up?
That is a stat you can look up. It's, like, low ground, middle ground, and, like, high ground.
Okay.
Like, and, like, you really only want to look at, like, high ground and low ground because middle ground's, like, whatever. And the only thing that'll tell you is, like, whether or not you're jumping for things or not. Typically, if you have more high air time, that's not a good thing. That's a great pass. A really good save. That should have been a goal for us. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep, and there it is though. So fresh, so clean. OU going up 2-1 in the series. Honestly, the turnaround from where we were in game number 1 going into right now, crazy.
I'm just saying, 4 goals, 8 shots from Peep would have been 6 and 8 with me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I would I just want to put that out there. I'm just saying.
You know, with Eddie Combs Eddie Combs in game, it is a game changer. It's a game changer.
Literally. It literally is a game changer, and I've been saying this my entire life. You need a guy like me on comms. You know, actually, Justin was actually J Cube. Sorry, was really good on comms whenever we had an important game to play. I swear I could not hear anybody else's voice except his.
He was just big. He was certified yapping.
Big mouth, lots of like loud talking, which is good because you want like high energy. You know, you want someone to keep the energy up. So I always respected him for that. If we were playing a bad team, though, radio silent.
Radio silent because he knew business could be handled.
Yeah, and that's
that was almost a clean shot from midfield.
Almost a clean shot. He needed to shoot that with a bit more power, a bit more direction, velocity, because velocity is like power and direction, right? Yeah, I'm a history major. So
yeah, I've understood physics.
Yeah, I've been in a physics classroom like once. So he needed to hit that with more velocity if that was going to be a goal.
Wow, that's 2 back-to-back booms.
Oh, that might boom. Sorry,
It's look more like a doom, not a boom.
A couple of booms, quite a few dooms. Nice double tap, I think. They seem to be just okay. They got out of here. Nah, maybe not. It's hard to tell sometimes with these POVs. Versali is just kind of driving around, just hitting the ball wherever. I don't think they're thinking about a thing when they're hitting this ball. It did not look like it. They had like 70 boosts, and they're just like passing it to a teammate for some reason. Like, okay, sure. Pass it to your teammate who has like no boost. Okay, go ahead. Oh, take! Please, sir.
Oh, scary.
You got to be careful. I don't know why he's doing that in front of the net. Chris, I just commended you.
I just commended you.
I just talked about how you're 1902s and we're missing that. Come on. Oh, that might just be an open chat. I don't know how far gets to it.
Sometimes these camera angles, man, they just don't catch up
So
fast
deceptive.
enough.
So deceptive. Like right now, it's like, oh, you think this is dangerous, but it's like, no, Peep's just going to take this to corner. It's fine.
Oh.
This is the first game in a while we haven't seen an opening goal within like the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I would say like both
Very
teams are
even
kind
game.
of understanding of the shenanigans that the other one's bringing to the game.
Yeah, they might both have a good read on each other. That's a very nice redirect. Peep.
That, to me, like my brain did not fathom how that shot ended up going the way it did.
I've noticed that people whenever I play ranked like once a week, that people are starting to hit those very consistently, and they did not used to be able to hit those consistently.
The game's changing.
The game's changing mechanically, but I am still noticing that we don't know how to rotate back post, and that's been a problem that's been prevalent since 2016. So I don't know what's the major malfunction here. It's like, okay, because we can hit that sidewall read, but we can't intuitively rotate back post on defense. Like I don't understand it personally. But
dude, it's got to be something that Grizzlies just can't
something
do.
in the water. It's got to be something
in this
the water.
Rochester water.
They're putting fluoride in the water. I think it's causing people to not rotate back post. That's a nice, powerful flick from
Finally, oh my gosh, almost 3 full minutes into the game, we finally get a goal from Peep.
I'm sitting here on the cast board just yapping for nothing, and Peep, thank goodness, hits a nice little flick over one. And once again, you don't want to give that ball to Peep. Solo play, double taps. He's the most dangerous player on this field. You can't be giving him free balls like that. As Chris gets a nice little shot, hits off the crossbar. Once again, Chris, 1902s. Can we hit it on target, please? Oh my goodness. Did you see that? You're not even looking. You saw that redirect from Peep? That was another sidewall read. Goodness gracious.
I did miss it.
You did, you know,
I
it's
did
okay.
miss it.
It's okay. It didn't even go in, so I don't know why I'm making such a big fuss about it.
But could it have gone in?
I don't even know if it was on target, but he hit it off the sidewall with so much power that I was just flabbergasted in the moment. Sometimes people will like, oh, that's just a goal.
Did that bounce over his car?
I
think that bounced over the hood of the car. Hold on.
The blue player car?
Yeah.
Well, why is Meta Machine sniffing his butt right there in the corner, first of all? Second of all, I don't...
We did not get a good look.
I do not a good look on the replay. We're going to have to look at that in post. We're watching film later.
The post-game film.
The post-game film, yeah. Chris, come on, bro. 1900 SSL. Let's lock in a bit. Come on.
100 SSL. Rocket League 2s.
Rocket League 2 is 1900. I mean, okay. If you get SSL in 2v2, it means a bit more than getting it in 3v3 because everybody and their mother plays 2v2. All the pros, all the bubble players, they're all locked into 2s. So,
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit more impressive getting higher ranked in 2s because you're having to consistently play against, like, top-of-the-line players, like, almost every day. In 3v3, it's like you could get there on a hospital pass, you know? Like, you don't need... That's a great save from Tag.
By Tag.
Great heads up. Is that just an own goal? No, he gets back to it.
Yeah,
that was dangerous.
Almost all his boost to get there.
I'm yapping. It's like 30 seconds left,
Yeah.
and we're up 2-0. I mean,
2-0,
this is
30
just gonna
seconds. Now, this might be another one of those Roz certified can't come back from this moment.
No, literally they can't. No, literally they can't. Look how high. This ball is in the air for like 5 seconds already. Like 10 seconds. It's been in their half. No, they can't come back from this. They need to get a... No, they can't come back. No, they can't come back from this. There's no way.
Nah, not by this point, no.
No shot. No shot.
So it does look like we'll be seeing the Golden Grizzlies now head up in this series. Actually, no, that would win the series
Yeah,
if we
we're
take
done
this.
after this.
We're
Come
done
on.
with this.
Come
I'm
on.
thinking best of sevens. I'm in a best of sevens mindset right now.
God forbid we have a best of 7 against this. Come on. Come on. But yeah, it's gonna...
3, 2, 1, and we're gonna get it on the ground, and there it is. Boom.
That's a big boom right there for the Oakland Grizzlies. Thank goodness. Brings us up to 2-4 in the standings.
Yeah.
And still gives us a shot at
No,
playoffs.
2-3.
2-3.
2-3, I believe. Let me
Sorry,
go.
I'm not
Let me go
counting.
check the records.
Yeah, I believe we only lost 3. So yeah, 2-3.
Yeah,
almost
2 and
even. We still do have to win out of the next 2 matches, but a 3-1 victory here puts us in a good position, good
definitely.
energy. And considering we have our next match tomorrow, I believe Friday night.
Yeah, I believe the match against who was it supposed to be? Old Dominion got moved again from next week sometime. I think it got moved to tomorrow.
Oh, we're playing Old Dominion.
I think it is.
Goat God.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, we got to tune in for that. One's gonna be close.
Yeah. So like for what's left in the OU or OU Rocket League, we got Old Dominion and we got Kansas. That's all that's left.
Kansas is our last match?
Kansas is the last match.
Old heads will know. We got bad blood with them.
Got bad blood with Kansas?
Old heads know about the bad blood. I won't bring it up here. Not
See,
on this professional
when I
cast.
look at this, right, so Kansas and ODU, our 2 last opponents, both of them are also 2-3. So right now it is just we are going back-to-back against teams who are like, all right, we just need to get that 1 more win, that 2 more wins.
It's the battle of the losers. Who's the biggest loser? Who's the least loser of all of us? And it's going to be us. We're not going to lose.
We are, in fact, the least losers.
We've never lost. I swear to God, I've never seen us lose. Ever.
Yeah, I've never seen us lose.
Me
I don't
personally.
know where the 3 came from in the loss category. I must have not been here.
They must
I
have
didn't see it.
What's the F key that edits pages? You hit an F key and then you can edit the number on a page.
Oh, I don't know.
They did that to us.
That's
changed it. They changed our 0 to a 3.
Oh,
they messed us up real bad. We gotta ask the admins about that. But we should head out. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah. So I think we'll probably start getting ready because I think Smash actually is going to be starting up with their next game here in a little bit.
Oh, that
we
means,
got a double stream tonight here with Rocket League and Smash.
A double header?
Smash is actually in a doubleheader right now. They should be finishing up their game against. It is who are we playing against right now in Smash?
I heard our Smash team's doing very well recently. I've seen
going against North Carolina Greensboro.
Oh, we got that. Come on.
Oh,
I've never heard of them.
We should.
I haven't heard of that name till you just said it.
Yeah, Smash right now doing pretty good though. Smash B team 5-0, and A team is 2-1, and our 1 loss is against arguably the best team in the.
It happens. It happens. It was an off day for us. Come on. We have that. We have that any other day of the week. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? We'll quit yapping here. We'll cut it to a quick break. We might cut the stream here, but we'll be back in probably like a 30 minutes to an hour with some Smash action. So guys, thank you for watching the Rocket League team. Stick around, come back, grab some food,
please,
and then come watch some Smash in a little bit. See us keep the domination train rolling here on the week. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back.